So this is the piece of art that I will be critiquing today. The name of the piece of art is the wooden carving of King Shyam. The city and the country of work is Congo, which is a country in Central Africa. The specific location of the work is in the British Museum in London. The artist responsible for the work, there's actually not a specific artist that's responsible for this piece of work. Multiple Cuban people came together to help. The bottom of the sculpture uses a very intricate technique called cockpit, which takes the work of multiple people in order to make it look as intricate and amazing as it does in this sculpture. The medium of work is the wood sculpture. The period of work was the late 18th century AD. Historical relevance of the work, these sculptures were called indops, and they're the oldest surviving wooden sculptures. King Shyam was the founder of the Bushung ruling dynasty. I might be butchering that, but how long did it take to create? I couldn't find the exact time frame, but reading about how intricate and how much time and work they do put into these, I know it's a very long and intricate process, and the time frame varies between the indops that they make of the kings. Why is this work important? These sculptures were kept in the king's shrine, and they were said to possess the king's magical powers. The defining characteristics of this work, rulers have specific emblems that make their sculptures unique. And as I said before, King Shyam's, his was actually a mancala board, and he also has a knife in his left hand, and that was known as the peace knife. So those were two of his emblems that made his statue unique. My personal observation, in the sculpture, I noticed the back of King Shyam's head is enlarged, in this aspect. It's very large, going this way, going backwards. And I read that he was known for his wisdom. So I think that the Cuban people did this intentionally to represent this characteristic of his. Why did I choose this work? I chose it because I thought it was unique that these sculptures, they capture the person's spirit rather than their physical appearance. Usually when you see a sculpture, it's the exact physical appearance of whoever the sculpture is about, but these were more, the goal was to capture their spirit and their essence rather than their exact physical appearance. Like I said, the back of his head was very enlarged, and there was different characteristics that didn't look exactly like him. How does it compare to other works within this period? In the 18th century AD, wood was a very common thing to make art out of. I googled the 18th century artwork, or AD artwork, and the majority of it was all made out of wood. So that's how it compares. It was a very common medium for people to use during this time frame. And one fun fact was King Shyam taught, the reason that mancala is one of his emblems of his indop is King Shyam was known for teaching mancala to his people because this encouraged foresight and calculation in their everyday lives.